Good morning, everyone. We're on our way to get some more tomato plants. I got so aggravated this morning. I went out to feed the chickens and stuff and looked at the garden, and every one of our tomato plants and then the cucumber plant we just got was dug up out of the ground, laying beside of the holes, but something dug holes all the way down into the ground and moved the plants out of the way. I was looking up and it said it could be moles or it could be skunks or possums, so I don't know, but we're going out to buy some more tomato plants and another cucumber plant. This will make the third time, and I'm going to I bought some stuff yesterday, Repel-Zol, to put around the garden, and then I'll probably put mothballs around there too and see if that'll keep all them stupid animals out of my garden, because I'm getting tired of them killing all my plants. So we're on our way to a greenhouse. I called a greenhouse out here and they said they had some tomato plants, so we're on our way out here to look and see what they've got. So we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we went to the little greenhouse place, and it was Amish owned also. But the plants were bigger than the last two times we've planted, so hopefully that will help. Also, what Steve didn't let you know is the ones that had been dug up were all of the ones that I put the egg underneath. And so that kind of makes me think that it would be a skunk. Could be wrong, I don't know. But a mole will go underneath of the plant to find grubs or worms or whatever. Not actually like dig up. They push the plant up, where a skunk would dig the plant up and to get underneath to see if there would be any bugs or whatever. And like I said, when I had replanted those tomatoes the second time, I had found some big beetles and stuff right around the root systems. So if it was something digging for food, you know, it would have went for the bugs, and it would have went for those eggs that I had put into the holes before I planted the plant. So I am not doing that again. That was the first time I had ever tried it, and that's going to be the last time I ever try it. We've never had that problem before, and like Steve said, this is the third time planting these tomatoes and cucumber plants. I'm not sure if I'll even do it again if something doesn't work and something gets them. But what we're going to do this time to safeguard a little bit further is, as you guys know, the last several years we've used landscaping fabric in our garden, and that has helped 100% with all the weeds and things. Well, now I'm beginning to wonder, I think that it might have helped keep some of the animals from digging in the garden. Maybe they didn't actually like the smell of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go home, and Steve's actually going to rototiller that down the row where the tomatoes and the cucumbers were, and then we're going to put down that landscaping fabric, at least get it underneath all of the tomato plants and the cucumber plant, and yeah, that's our plan. We're going to do that. So it's not going to be all over the garden because, of course, everything, did not get dug up. But yeah, it was not a great morning to get woke up by
Being aggravated.
Steve was aggravated, and I was like, whoa. Now what's going on? Well, he wasn't aggravated at me. He was just aggravated because of
Critters. Varmints.
And a little bit, I guess, at me because I put the eggs.
No, you're just going by what other people said, but
yeah. But anyway, it's okay that this is, like I said, the third time's the charm. So let's hope and pray that they make it this time. We are not financially able to keep doing this. And even if we would have grown our own, they would have ate all those, you know, or not really ate them. Either ate them or pushed them out of the ground, one or the other. So yeah, let's hope and pray that things will work out and we'll actually have a harvest this year. So last year our tomatoes did not do any good at all. Actually, I didn't get a can any tomatoes products at all last year. So I was really hoping to have a great harvest. That's why we planted so many plants. As you remember, I had 13 planted in the garden and then one over in a pot because I didn't have room for it. Well, it's still okay. It's the only one that survived out of the 2 plantings we've done so far. But yeah, we wanted a big bumper crop of tomatoes and stuff this year because I need to make some more salsa and, you know, tomato juice, whatever else we decided to do. So yeah, it's part of living, you know, on a homestead. No matter what the size is, you have things that you have to face, and you're going to come across some hardships sometimes. Matter of fact, our pastor was preaching on Sunday about farmers and about how, you know, even in biblical times, they would have, he was actually teaching and preaching about the 7 years of good times and then the 7 years of bad times that the
that
Bible.
must have been during Sunday school.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't in there then.
Yeah. And then he got talking about, at church time, about, once again, the harvesting, because it's life. You know, sometimes you have great years for gardens and sometimes you don't. That's why it is a good idea to make sure that you have other food available if you need it. You know, thankfully, we live right now in a day and age where we can go to the store and pick up some tomato juice or whatever it is, green beans. But things are getting tougher to find. So that is my, I wouldn't say fear, but that is my concern, is that I want to make sure that we have food processed and froze and canned and preserved, so that if times do get tougher, we'll have no problem surviving.
Yeah, if you go to Walmart, I mean, there's a lot of times I go to Walmart to get a loaf of bread, and their bread aisle is almost empty.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that either. And then, like we was talking before, the saltine crackers, it's like, why is it so hard to get this stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, to be prepared for anything, because we don't know what the future holds.
Nope.
Nobody does. From what we hear, it is a little scary. At least I have, as you guys might remember, Steve shrink wrapped all of the flour and the meal that we had bought. He had actually had to order that online because we couldn't find it in our stores. So yeah, I guess it's just a tip. You know, we don't know. The garden might not make it. We do not know. And honestly, I feel like this is probably going to be my last time of doing it this year. If these do not make it after the third time, just can't afford to keep throwing money away. So, yeah. I can't really see my phone, but I hope I'm getting it. But this tomato, this is how the holes look. It actually dug like 3 holes to get into there. And here, and you can see the tomato plant laying there. Look at it, and look how deep they dug that. As you can see here, you can see the eggshells. See all that? And they've dug those big holes all the way down. Yeah, and see there? They just threw the tomato plant out to the side.
Yeah, And on all
They
the
even
plants.
dug at places where there was nothing even planted, looking for food. Got cucumbers all. Looks like my buff is broody again this year. Hopefully, maybe she'll have a couple chicks. Had cornbread left over and from the dinner at church on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so. And I'm not eating it. Whew! Romeo, get in there. You can't come out.
I gotta get this door.
I gave Sally some too. She's been eating on it. And Steve went to get her some more water. He filled it up this morning and it must have leaked out. You can tell the dirt is wet. There you go. Just a treat. I never give him bread. I even took a little piece and put it in where the egg layer box is at for my buff that is, I think, broody. So she could have some too. Because she won't come out for a while. She only comes out to eat and drink a little bit and runs back in. As you can tell, Steve went back over around things and where all the tomatoes and stuff were. And then we're going to go down into our lower lots and down below the creek, and he's going to rototiller a spot down there for some more green beans and corn. And I got the grass all mowed. Looks a lot better. Alrighty, I'm down on the lower, we call it the lower lot. You can see the van up there in the garage. But these here, that one and that one are my pawpaw trees. And we got our little chicken coop thing there, and then that's the run thing that we made. Grandsons, they are in 4-H? Yeah, 4-H. And they are going to be doing chickens, meat birds this year. So we're going to let them use that. That's our burn pile that we had. And tree limb there down. And look at those tree limbs. Those are huge. So Steve's on his way down with a rototiller. And up in this area here, we're going to make our second garden. I can't have anything on that side close to the creek because if we do get heavy rains, it does flood. So let me see if I can zoom up a little bit. Yeah, look at that big limb. It came out of that great big tree. I love that tree. And I sure hope that it doesn't fall. But yeah, we've got to get all of that done. His chain is old, so we went out to get a new one, and the guy said that he needed to bring the old one because it's a used place where well, I guess they sell new ones too, but they have to have it to exactly see what it was to make sure they get the right one for you. Alrighty, I'll show you guys what's going on in a little bit. From that tree line over here, from that tree line, we own all of this. So we've got about an acre altogether with what's up top, and this too. Can you see the outline there? Just getting started. I know this is my very favorite spot on all of our property, but you cannot eat grass and live. And also with the price of gas, this is going to save from mowing so much. And if I don't get to can all the green beans and corn, we'll sell them. We'll set us up a little stand and sell them. My dad and mom always had gardens down here, and Steve and I helped them work them and plant them, harvest them all the time. So I've got many, many good memories working beside my dad. Man, I miss him so much. Yeah, Steve was saying people will probably say, Why in the world did you till up that spot down there? It's so nice to have a picnic in their area and bonfire and stuff, but food is not guaranteed at the stores anymore, that's for sure. So we are wanting to be ready for anything that might happen. And if we can help neighbors and help our family, especially my grandkids, that's exactly what we'll do. Big old piece of that tree is just hanging there. Got a mess to clean up, that's for sure. You can see behind Steve over there, our neighbor's garden area. Hey Romeo, you talking to the other roosters? Hey, Sally's happy. She actually laid an egg. Yay! You can see how her head's all healed up. But look at the egg in there. Good girl. See it? I'm going to let Steve get in there and get it. Well, I left Steve down there. He's got one more trip around the whole garden, and then he's going to be done for the day. That made 4, I believe. And then tomorrow morning, he said he would get up and go down and run it a bunch of more times, and then we'll go down and plant tomorrow if nothing happens. As far as the plants that we got today at the Mennonite, Amish place, we are going to go out after a while when the sun gets down out of the backyard, and I'm going to try my best to help them plant those. I've got, my hips are hurting today for some reason, I don't know. Probably arthritis, but I'm going to go out and try to get those done when the sun starts going down a little bit. It's just a little bit too hot for me to work in the sun again. So thanks so much for watching, you guys, and we will talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.